What's that?
You listen to Rob Zombie.
You like it?
I was wondering if you get to play your own personal music in the
Heck yeah, dude. I got my own phone hooked up to this thing.
You just jamming all day?
Yeah. Hey, man, it's not too hard to go a few hours without having anything interesting happen or anything to get the old blood pumping real good, you know what I mean? So.
I stuck my hands up because I didn't want to scare you when you pulled over.
Oh, no, you're... That wasn't a traditional stop, to say the least, so don't feel bad. She did want to pass on her good nights and loves yous and stuff like that, okay? And she understands that I didn't tell her where you're staying, because like I said, I'm trying to keep you guys away from each other for tonight.
Where did you say I was going?
Say that again?
Where did you say I was going?
I just told her that you were going to a hotel. Okay? So, like I said, it's my request, not legally obligated to hold to it, but I want you guys to take some time away from each other because it will make world of difference. Oh, you're not in any trouble? You got handcuffs on? I didn't tell you that I'm taking you to the jail. No, I told you I'm taking you to the hotel. So, like I said, my main concern, I told her to go take a shower like I told you to, because she seems a lot like my wife. And things that really works for my wife is when she gets stressed out to go take a long hot shower. So I gave her a place to go where she can get a hotel room, or not a hotel room, but get a shower tonight for like $4 or $5, really cheap. So, no problem.
They do work on her too.
Well, I've got quite a few. Like I said, my wife has really, really bad anxiety, and she takes medication for it daily, and sometimes it's just not enough. Sometimes it builds up and it happens. I mean...
I think definitely my doctor told me that I prescribed me medication, but I don't want to. So I felt like if I took the medication, I'd like put myself off balance, and then I'd be more anxious. That's probably just part of my anxiety.
Well, I will say this. When my wife got put on the medication, within a week, I saw a complete turnaround in her attitude, her demeanor. I mean, she wasn't nearly as aggressive or angry or anything like that. It was a considerable difference in her day-to-day life. It made her quality of life better even. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying.
And it's made my quality of life a lot better too, because I don't have her being as stressed. I know that 5.5 years of marriage, I know it's not very long, but at the same time, you learn a lot in the first 5 years. How long you guys been together?
I would say, well, we've known each other since the start of high school. But in our relationship, it's been 3 and 4 years.
Wow.
A little while. So definitely the 5 months of traveling together, we've been like green, but we're also like right on top of each other.
I used to drive a truck.
What's that?
I used to be a commercial motor vehicle driver, you know, the big trucks.
Oh,
And I took my wife with me, and we would easily spend a couple months on end without going home or anything like that, being cooped up in a little 8x8 cage is what I called it, because you didn't have any time to yourself, so to speak. You didn't have time to, you know, you're going through Arizona, you can't just turn off the road and go see the Grand Canyon or anything like that. So,
whatever you do too, it's a view together versus something like I'm trying to paint or something, or I'm making myself a snack. It's, you know.
Well, that was one of the major advantages of having her with me, was I could say, hey, I'm hungry, can you get me something to eat? She was able, because I was driving and she wasn't, she was able to go back, get into the cooler, make us lunch or whatever, you know. So, there was that as an advantage.
If you ever think that it'd be better to do this before I always go, I think you're wrong. I think it's not better. It just makes life easier.
Yeah.
So good. Have you been in this area a long time? Or how long are you?
I've lived here, I'm just shy of 2 years living out here, but my grandfather's lived out here for like 40. So I've been through here a couple of times. But, you know, growing up in California, have you ever been there?
Yeah. 2 years ago we did a cross-country trip, and all highway one down.
I love driving the one. I absolutely love it. But
we're really looking forward to getting back there. And it's beautiful here, but those are just definitely looking at the forest. Coming from like New York and the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
It's all trees and waterfalls and rivers, and you come here and it's going.
Well, if you hit
Where's the water?
if you take the 80 across to get into California, takes you up over Donner Pass and into Sacramento. It's not any different at all. But you said you're going to be going up to Oregon to see her grandmother or her grandmother's friend.
Yeah.
So you'll be probably, you'll probably be coming down the 5. You won't be able to tell the difference between California and Oregon up there.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that there's going to be a sign that says "Welcome to California." But at the same time, since you're going to be coming from the east side of Oregon, you're going to be driving through Oregon and going, "There's no difference between Utah." It's actually desert in the southeast corner of Oregon. It's a lot of high desert atmosphere, like what this is. It's not the Red Rock or anything like that, but it's just there's nothing out there for 120 miles. It seems like.
What was your favorite part of like growing up in California? I mean, like parks. I just because I'm such a big hiker.
Parks?
Like hiker growing up?
Look, if you don't hit Sequoia National Park while you're in California, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you don't go and see Yosemite while you're in California, you're doing yourself a
Yosemite, I regret not being there alone. We stayed there for 3 nights, and it was.
It's like coming to Utah. You come here with the intention of 1 or 2 days, and then it turns into a week, and you're like, well, what happened to the time? Yeah, trust me, I get it.
Building the van was so great just because the Nissan Sentra, if you tried to camp out somewhere, you can camp in like the sleepover Walmart type situations.
Yeah.
Now it's all BLM land, and it's
wherever you want.
Watching shooting stars as we go to bed. So I was excited.
But yeah, sorry, my radio was going off. But no, Sequoia National Park, there is nothing like it. Got to see the General Sherman tree. You got to go and see Morro Rock and climb to the top. If you like hiking, it's about a 1.5 mile hike. Well worth it.
Awesome.
Got to do it. It's really, really cheap for their tent sites up there. Do you have a National Park Service pass?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think it's the dream. It's $90 or no, $80 once, and it's like you go to 3 parks, it already pays for it. It's like 8 to 15.
Exactly. Well, the other thing of it is with that drive, if you go through Yosemite, you'll drop down into Fresno, and then you'll turn off to go to Kings Canyon National Park. If you drive through Kings Canyon National Park, the road literally takes you through to Sequoia National Park. And the Kings Canyon is actually bigger than the Grand Canyon.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. And it is a sight to behold. I'll tell you what.
And then you're straight into Sequoia. So that sounds like.
And then it takes you straight into Sequoias. And then when you get into, I think they call it Sierra Highway still up there.